So it seems the Lakers made their choice between Dion and J.R. Smith. We're going to see Dion Waiters in a Lakers jersey, which could mean so many things in terms of big shots, bad shots, memes, and just general entertainment. So it should be fun. In terms of how this is going to help the Lakers out, well, I kind of just gave the short version of it, and we all kind of get it with Dion, right? It's some days he's going to be a big shot maker who can play off the ball and even play on the ball some. I mean, the Lakers have needed a third scorer. The hope is that Kuzma would be that guy, and he could maybe still be that guy. He's got some time to get it going for the playoffs, but now you can also hope that Dion can be that guy, because in terms of being a pick and roll ball handler and occasionally an ISO guy who can make a shot and not just finish at the rim, Dion fits the bill. And the Lakers' offense has, of course, not been great without LeBron. That's been pretty well talked about. And perhaps a Dion-Anthony Davis duo when LeBron sits can be something. And then as far as when LeBron's out there, well, you would imagine that Dion would be content with just playing off of it. And I mean, the dude has been a pretty decent shooter throughout his career. I mean, again, it's up and down, but when it was up and down for Miami, it was like he would be taking a lot of contested shots because they were asking him to do quite a bit on offense. But if he's just doing catch and shoot stuff, it could be pretty good. I mean, this year doesn't matter. He played 3 games, but last season, 38% on 6.5 threes a game, and it's kind of been the norm for him right around there in Miami. So, okay, the Lakers have themselves a shooter, and they have someone who could be a bit of a shot creator, which they need. I mean, now this could help out LeBron. This could push Rondo out of the rotation completely once we're in the postseason. I don't really know. I mean, we're going to have to see how well Dion plays, but I could picture it. I mean, once LeBron is playing in the high 30s, low 40s, potentially mid 40s when he really, really needs to do it, I don't really know if Rondo is needed at that point. But Dion, who can make a shot, could be. Can Dion give them something defensively? Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's a strong dude, and I think on his better days, he hasn't been a disaster defensively. I mean, maybe you would think he can be a better on-ball defender than a team defender. We'll have to see there. But yeah, the hope is, of course, off the ball, he can make shots, and then on the ball, he can create something every now and then. Let's talk about the way this goes south. Of course, we all know it's if Dion is just not a smart basketball player, and that's it. I mean, his off-the-court stuff has been a bit of a thing the past couple of years, combined with injuries, so it made it very difficult for him to have a place in Miami. But even when he was on the floor, outside of that crazy run he had with the Heat, where they climbed back to being a 500 team, he's been a headache to have on your team, is the only way to put it. I mean, between contested threes and over-dribbling and not being that great of a playmaker and not reading defense as well, and it's all that stuff. But you would hope with LeBron and this veteran Lakers group that Dion would be on his best behavior. He's also older, of course, as we all are, compared to any other day. But, that could be some maturing. Dion is 28 years old now. He at least spent a few years in Miami, which is a very adult organization, I guess, and hopefully it had some good effects on him. And again, he's not going to be asked to dribble as much for this team. I think what's pretty wild here is that the ceiling for Dion in LA, I think, is pretty high, with the best case scenario being he's just great and he's on his best behavior and he's playing mid-20s in minutes. The worst case is, of course, the guy just doesn't figure it out, and then there's questions about if he's still in the NBA or not. I mean, you only get so many chances to be the talented but doesn't really know what he's doing guy. So, okay, I guess the Lakers rotation, if we can project towards the postseason, of course you got the starting 5, LeBron, AD, JaVale, although I'm still interested to see how many minutes JaVale plays when it really matters. Danny Green, and then Bradley. I think KCP has become the sixth man pretty much. Him and Kuzma are basically in line, but I think KCP has been more reliable this season. Kudos to him for cleaning up a bunch of his act. So you got KCP and Kuzma. Now you're at 7. Dwight is 8. Although, again, I could picture Dwight playing more than JaVale. And even then, like, AD's going to go to center, so that'll be interesting. You got Markieff. He's been playing 15 minutes a game so far. You're down to 9. And then I guess Dion can be the 10th guy. But then you also have Caruso, and we've been waiting for him to get more minutes. So they have a lot of dudes. I mean, if I wanted to name Rondo, then suddenly I'm getting to 12 players who all expect to play. So someone's feelings are going to get hurt. I mean, when you get to the postseason, it's usually 6 or 7 guys who are going to be the constants, and then the rest are going to depend on who's playing well, the matchup, that sort of stuff. But if Dion plays well, then I could picture him being one of those go-to dudes for the Lakers, and he certainly gives them something that a lot of their role players don't, which is a guy who can create something off the dribble, and that's cool. So whether it works or not, I'm not faulting the Lakers for going for it, and it seems like this is their team. This is their roster. We'll see how Dion does.